What is up, guys? I have my first Clutch Class episode here. This is the reinvention of my original series, The Art of Clutching, which I used to showcase in Gears of War 3. And basically what I do is I give a rundown of my own clutches that you're seeing. So 3v1s or higher for this video at least. And you can just get an idea of what's going through my head as I'm playing these out. They're pretty hard to hit, so don't be under the impression that I hit them all the time. More often than not, I miss these. But anyway, let's get right into it. The first one I'm going to critique is a 5v1, and I want you to notice how aggressive I get. Just because when you're outnumbered and you have the element of surprise, as I did with those first two guys, you really have to be aggressive, because the last thing you want to do is give an opposing team lots of time to work with when you have nothing and you're by yourself. So you can see even with this guy, I'm pushing really hard, and I see another 1v1 opportunity, and I'm smart enough to take it. So even though I kind of put myself in risky situations, that's honestly the best thing you can do, and in such a short period of time you saw that I managed to get it down to a 1v1. Now I want you to notice how sloppy my aim gets here, and even my movement. I got a little bit nervous with this 1v, so I was smart enough to back up, but that wasn't very spectacular gameplay on my part with the 1v. So it's a good thing I backed up. I can kind of rethink and maybe go for torque, but this player decided to be very aggressive, and I just played defensively, and I think he kind of wanted to see if I would choke, which I didn't, so there is a 5v1. Now onto a 3v1. I have a boom shot with 2 shots, so if I play it smart, this really shouldn't be that difficult. You do have to be careful when you shoot. Like, for instance, this person with the Lancer, I'm pretty sure he knew I had a boom shot, which is why I'm hesitant to use it on him. The person that charged me had no idea that I had it, so that was a simple, really easy boom. And you can see here I'm reluctant to shoot because he's just kind of baiting me into shooting so he can roll and waste it. So I opt to go for incense, which isn't a terrible idea, but I kind of make a mistake here. I grab the incense and I take too long in cover, and I start getting hit from behind. So I essentially got sandwiched. The boom shot gives me a little bit of leeway here. I'm able to just push and shoot a simple boom and make things relatively easy. Had I not had a boom there, I probably would have been screwed. And now what I'm doing here is I'm chasing this guy down because I have incense, which is an advantage, and boom shots on respawn, 30-second timer, so I need to push for boom, because if I don't, this player is going to pick up boom, and then I'm going to be at risk. So some poor incense on my part, but I managed to break into the boom area, and now it's just down to a shotgun battle here. I mistake with the mantle there, but he mistakes with the roll, and one mistake's all you need to get yourself killed in a situation like that. So there's a 3v1. Here's another 3v1. I have the M bar, but I don't get too many chances to use it because I'm just pushed in too hard. All 3 players know where I am, which is really challenging. So I put the shotgun roll to use, create some distance, pick off a kill, and get away. But even in this 2v1, I'm in a pretty crappy situation here, so I'm using this cover as best as I can. I couldn't run any farther because I was getting sprayed by a Lancer. And once again, I use the shotgun roll to pick up a kill and create distance, which is great. Now I have more time to think and collect myself, which makes things easier. And I just play defensively here, and if this guy wants to push me, be my guest, and he does, and that's an easy finish to the 3v1. Here's another 3v1. My boom shot didn't connect with this guy, but it got him fairly weak, so partially connected. And it's the same kind of theme as that 1v5 earlier, where these guys are really just up in my face, but I try to get back up in their face because you really just have to be fast with the way you're taking people out, because the more time you give them, the easier it is for them to set up. I want you to pay attention to the ammo count now here. I just wasted all my booms. I have 2 shotgun shots left, and that's it. And if you look to the right, boom shot is up. So if I screw up these 2 shots, I'm toast. So I'm trying to be very careful. I decide to take my shot and make a move, and then here I kind of panic, and I'm like, well, I got nothing. So I whip out the pistol, and luckily he was just weak enough, but that was a sticky situation because I couldn't retreat. I was out of ammo, so whipping out the pistol was a smart move, and you can see that he hesitated a bit. He was so weak. Had he stayed in cover, he would have been perfectly fine. This is basically a 4v1. My teammate's still alive, but I have the 1v1 that you just saw there. And my teammate ends up dying. You'll see that I don't pick up the shock grenade here, and that's something to note. If you are the last person alive and you pick up a weapon, you give away your position, so you better be damn sure that the weapon is worth it, and I don't think the shock grenade is worth it when I have a drop shot, so you see just how easy I win that 1v1. And now it looks like I have time to think, and in this case, I'm okay with taking time because I have a power weapon, and I'm only against 2 people, so I'm not too concerned with them having too much time to think. I'm just trying to locate where they are on the map. There was one guy drop shot spraying, don't know why he was doing that, just giving away his position, and I was lucky enough to see his other teammate. The drop shot is on respawn now, so I'm going to try to contest it, but then I see this guy running to their spawn, and I mark him. That's always good to mark for yourself. It just helps you keep track of their movement. And I'm going to take the 1v because I have a sniper. I hit a pretty good shot, but this cover's pretty long, and I'm not comfortable pushing because I think they can get off 2 clean shotgun shots before you even get off 1. So once again, in so many shotgun battles you see, I just kind of play defensively, and I let the player play into me. And there's another 3v1. So the next one is a 5v1. My teammates are still alive, I think, when I pick off the first person, but I think I do end up getting everybody here. You're going to see once this guy backs off, I just pick up grenades, and I noticed that they picked up a torque bow, so I just lob a grenade up there, and I get a kill. And at this point, my whole team, I don't know how, but they just managed to die. Pretty bad grenade here, and I just take a second to breathe here, and I let the player play into me and get off a nice clean one-shot kill. And now I'm just checking to figure out where players are, if there's any 1v1s I can take. I know that I killed a torque bow player, so I'm looking for his torque bow. Either I'm blind or it disappeared because it's not there. You'll notice that that boom shot by the player was not aimed high enough, so I'm pretty safe. Here's a 1v. As soon as this player misses his grab, I just take the time to line up an easy one-shot. So, you know, when you do have time, make sure you line up those shots. I'm pretty sure I hear a player here and see a player, and I do. Even though he has right-hand advantage, I push because, once again, like a 1v1 situation is what you got to go for in these clutch situations. But he was able to get off some nice shots, so I was forced to back off. But at least now I have a torque bow. I'm pretty sure one of them has a boom at this point. I'm not 100% sure, and I have 2. I'm still trying to figure out where they are on the map, and seeing them both there makes things a lot easier for me because I know that I only have to focus on one way. Don't underestimate the power of the torque bow. I didn't even hit that guy, but my charge was strong enough. So this guy has boom shot, and I'm really weak, and he's smart enough to push me knowing that, and I'm kind of running out of options here. So I stick on this cover, and I just kind of look at where he's going, predict his movement, take cover, and get off a nice one-shot kill for basically a 5v1. So here's the final clip. This is actually not a clutch, it's a stalemate, but I wanted to include it just for some teaching points or some really good points to make. The first point I'm going to say, though, is don't be one of those people that hang back and spawn to clutch. That's not what I'm doing here. You'll see in a sec I have grenades. Like, at one point I was pushing, and I ran back here because I thought it was the best chance I had in this situation. But yeah, nobody likes seeing people just sit and spawn trying to clutch, and then they just quit out if things don't work out the way that they had hoped. So I was able to pick off 2 guys just working right hand. And now I'm outnumbered still with 2 people against me, and I kind of look for a point to break out, and I find one. This player has an M bar, so I can't really move around too much here. I have to be careful. Honestly, I advise not even firing back like I am here at an M bar. Like, you're kind of just wasting your time unless you can get off like a very fine spray. So what I remember is, oh, I wasted grenades. I can go for grenades, and that'll give me an advantage, or some sort of advantage to work with if I want to push. So I grab grenades. You're gonna see I whip them, and they're not very good whips. And this is where I want like the teaching point to come in for this clip. There's going to be situations where you're feeling it and you killed a lot of people and you want to go for the clutch, but if you don't have an advantage and pushing is not smart, then don't do it because you're just going to die. It's better to give your team another chance like I did here. You can see that had I lost that round, we would have lost the match. So it's better in those cases to just give your team another shot if you don't have an advantage to push with. You know, you don't have to go for glory all the time is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, that's going to be the first episode of Clutch Class. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really look forward to putting out more of these videos. They're by far the favorite ones that I make for the channel. Take care.